What's good, and welcome if it's your first time, and welcome back if you're returning. I'm the Nappy Dreamer,
And I'm Kia Blaine,
and we are the
the Melanin
Melanin
Mindset.
Mindset.
Yeah, we'll
So,
get it right one day.
one day, but it is progressively getting better. I'm just saying, if I could just toot my own horn, toot,
Look at this little bug.
toot.
Oh, get out of here. You
Not a
would.
fly.
We did not invite you today.
Anyway, all right. So if it's your first time viewing, please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, www.themelanatedmindset.live, and make sure you turn on those notification bells so you can be among the first to know when we do go live each and every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. All right, so go ahead and locate us as well on Facebook, The Melanin Mindset, TikTok, The Melanin Mindset, Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ as well as what's the other one? Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ That's all of them. That's all of them. All right, so friend, now that I've done the thing that I do, you do the thing that you do.
Okay, guys, today we are here to talk to you guys about communication. And if you followed us for any amount of time, you know we are big on clear and concise communication. So today we're talking about communication, but to be more specific, communicating through conflict. This will be the marriage edition. We do plan on bringing you some more episodes because conflict happens in a lot of different relationships, friendships, work relationships, boss, those type of things. So this is just the icing on the cake. We're going to dig deeper into this communicating through conflict, but we're going to start with the marriage edition first. So like we always start with, we love to give you guys good old definition. we definitely good friends with the dictionary around here.
Period.
So communication is the imparting or exchanging of information or news. It also means of sending or receiving information, such as through phone lines or communication. So either way, it is an exchange. Let's keep that in mind. That is an exchange of information.
Right.
That means it's more than one person talking, y'all.
True.
It's not just one.
You can't communicate necessarily to yourself. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
So here we go. So we're just going to let's just jump into it. So there's a lot of reason conflicts come up in marriages, and it's funny because my daughter always says that me and my husband argue over the dumbest stuff. She'd be like, people out here got real problems and y'all argue, but to us it's a real argument. So we still need to communicate through our conflicts, albeit how small she might think they are. We still need to communicate through such communications. You know what, friend? We did not take these notes and put them in a good flow. But anyway.
That's all right. Start off with that first one, though, because number 2 might be one that we walk in for a while, because I know that this applies to more than just people who are married.
You hitting below the belt?
Yep. It happens with more than just people who are married. You can be in your work situation and somebody try your life.
We're gonna try to keep it to married, and we can even say relationships if you dating or engaged. Facts. These rules still apply. So are you hitting below the belt? What does it mean to hit below the belt, friend?
Basically taking a jab at a sensitive area. Think of it, if someone were to hit you physically below the belt. What is below your belt? It would hurt a lot if someone were to physically hit you below your belt, right? So if I were to take a blow or a stab at something that might be a sensitive area, maybe between us or whatnot. That's a good way to put it there. Something that's sensitive between us. Maybe, for example, let's say my husband does something crazy. I forgive him for it. And then when I forgive him for it and I get mad again, I bring that back up.
Yeah. And we've seen that and we've heard that, but we're here to tell you that it's not going to get you to a point of conclusion in your conflict. Facts. So I want to state something before we go into this, like all the way, like communicating through conflict. The key to it working is that both parties want the conflict to end. That's step one. Both people in this conflict have to want the conflict to come to an end. If not, it's just going to be one person fussing at the other, or the two people fussing at each other, but with no end in sight. So step one is to want the conflict to be over. Both parties have to want this conflict to be over. You agree? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So when it comes to the hitting below the belt, I feel like that comes from like one person being so upset and the other person not giving the energy to the communication. And so in me being mad that you're not listening to me, I'm gonna throw a curveball. I'm gonna be
Hold up.
like,
No, no, no. I'm just mad you not mad as I am.
yeah, yeah, all of that.
Why am I so much madder than you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And so
it's
it's
like
like I'm
I
so
wanted to
mad,
keep
so then I'm
going.
gonna bring up something you did in the past to try to get you to be as angry about this situation as I am.
Right. And it's not even really forgiving in the instance that you do that. So if I actually forgave a person, right, if I sincerely forgave a person, I wouldn't bring those things back up because I've literally pushed them, you know what I mean, out of my mind. Now, if the
Mm-hmm.
person is repeating the process, I don't consider that hitting below the belt. I would consider that reminding them of what we've already been through. Um, and it could be necessary depending on what
Okay,
it
I
is.
get what you're saying. Like if you were okay, because sometimes people hit below the belt just because they in their feelings. But then
Hmm.
is it still hitting below the belt if you doing the same thing again?
Right. It's not. It's definitely not. So you can definitely you can for sure identify when you are and are not, because if this is something that we've discussed and then it comes back
Mm,
again, I'm not hitting below the belt because I'm bringing back up the previous instance that it happened. I'm
mm.
hitting below the belt if what we're talking about has nothing to do with that.
So let's give an example. So like let's say, your spouse has he spent some money somewhere he wasn't supposed to, right?
Hmm.
And we
Hmm.
upset, we communicating through it. I forgive you for this blunder or whatever. Now fast forward a few months later, we having a conflict because of something between you and the kids. If I bring up the money situation, then I'm hitting below the belt.
Yep.
By your definition, by what you're saying. If I bring
Sure.
up the money situation, but we talking about something that happened with the kids right now, I'm hitting below the belt.
Well, you could be. I'm not going to say that's the direct definition of hitting below the belt, but it's definitely touching that sensitive thing that you could have been moved past already. So basically, coming back or hitting a sensitive topic or subject.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
But okay, yeah, go ahead.
what about
I
letting
think
your
you were about to
spouse
say.
move forward from those things though? Do you find that you have a hard time letting go of instances or occurrences?
So I think that comes into the same thing, like with the whole hitting below the belt or letting it go. Because even if I don't bring it up directly, it might still be a thought in my mind. But I have to let it go because I'm allowing him to correct the offense, so to speak. Right? Like I'm not just holding on to, all right, I'm gonna keep using the money situation. Like, all right, he maxed out our credit card by accident one time.
Accident?
Yeah, by accident, because it was supposedly a mistake, right?
Uh huh.
You didn't you thought it was a decimal and it was a comma. Let's just say that. Let's put it like that. So now, you know, fast forward, here comes time again, and you got the card in your hand, and I'm looking like, where you going? What you spending? Why? You know how much it costs? Are you sure you know how much? Not about how much do it cost exactly. And it's not so much that I'm trying to hit below the belt. It's more so I just want us to be clear so that we don't have this same problem again.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, is that allowing your spouse to evolve? Like, he's learned now how to better manage money and how to better do.
Has he
Um,
though? Has he though? Has he though?
we're looking at it from a place of him not repeating the offense, Kia. We're
But
looking
that's
at
the
it,
thing. Like once it even looks like that again, you can't help but your spidey senses tingling and thinking about the last time.
but is that
It's
healthy?
it's not. I'm not saying it is. It just is what it is. Like if you got a problem with your spouse around certain women, and let's say you brought it up, like, yeah, you a little too friendly when we around Susie. So
Mm-hmm.
now the next time we see Susie, if you a little too damn friendly, you getting the side eye. Not that I didn't forgive you for being, well, not that I didn't forgive you because you listened to me when we had, let's say we, ended that conflict, but would would I still be a little on edge when we around Susie? You doggone right.
All right. So Tech Dog said, "Would separate money help or cause more problems?" So that would help. That would help. That would
No,
definitely help.
no,
Yes, it
not in
would.
marriage.
If
Not in
I
marriage.
gave,
No.
if I designated that this $100 is yours, when it's gone, brother, it's gone. Okay, and so I don't care if it's gone in the toilet. I don't care if he spent it at the sneaker store. If it's gone, it's gone. So now I don't have to worry about that. You don't touch this communal funds. You don't touch the communal funds. This is yours. This is mine. This is ours. This you don't touch. So yeah, if he had that separated money, then that would help. Who, Susie?
Susie Carmichael from All Grown Up. She grown now.
I'm sorry.
So, but what I'm saying is like, okay, yeah, that sound good, but
He
just
won't.
just us in nature. Even if you like, all right, this is your separate money. If he don't spend it the way you think he's supposed to spend it, you still gonna say something.
All right, so I'm not that terrible. I'm
Mm,
bad, but I'm not that terrible. Like if it's here, you take this. I might ask, do you have anything left? Like how
mm,
much do you have left? I might
mhm,
ask that,
mhm.
because maybe I'm considering spending his spending money instead of my own. So how much do you have left? Type of thing. Let me see here. It says we have all money together, but I make sure to grind to have side money to splurge on her. Yeah,
Oh,
that's good. That's good too.
that's
I should give him.
awesome.
Let me give him an applause
Give
for
him
that.
a round of applause for that. That's
Yeah.
good. Make you some
Yes.
extra cash. Make you some extra cash to bless your wife.
Whole facts. Whole facts. So yeah, that's
But I
that's
mean, I guess
cool.
to answer that question, then I guess it is like you have to put a system in place and let your spouse evolve and grow and learn from the mistakes they might have made. But the whole part is how you communicate about it, right?
I guess. He said virtually take a bow. I
I
can't
see.
do. Yeah, I guess so. Like, and I know I'm thinking about it. It is so comical in my head, but I don't want to say it and it come out like ill intended. But what I'm saying is, all right, I can't stand him. But what I'm saying is that though, if it comes down to where he's frivolous or careless with his finances, and I don't want to really dance over there because we're going to talk about that at the end of this month, as
Hmm.
far as the money management part is concerned. But
Yeah.
I think as in the event of allowing him to move forward or evolve, that's his, and that's just what that is. So if he spends it carelessly, it's gone. Like once it's gone, it's gone.
Hmm.
That's pretty much, I guess, where my brain comes down to. Like with the separating it, if his play money is played out, it's played out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't care that it's played out. Just know once it's played out, you can't just backtrack over to the communal funds after your cash is played out. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right, exactly. So I'm looking at the chat. She just
Yeah,
nodded.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
See, I see y'all talking about mad money, but I ain't talking about mad money. I don't know if y'all ain't catch that. I'm talking about the money
and that's the
being
thing.
messed up.
Keep him out of the money. Period. So that way he got what that mad money that they over there having a whole conversation about right now.
Okay.
That's all the money that exists in their world. So they
Yes.
don't bother
You keep
to
your
keep
mad
money.
money and stay out of this over here.
Listen,
Let's make
and
sure all these other things get taken care of while you over there with your mad money.
yes, and so we don't want to get tied up too much on that because we will be talking about relationships, balancing your relationship and finances. And we will have a special guest come back for that one at the end of this month. So we don't want to get too far left on
I just kind of come out with an example, and that was what had came to my mind.
Money, because money always be the issue.
It's either money or infidelity, and luckily I haven't had to fight over the latter.
No, when that one comes up for him, he's gonna laugh. All right, so what about the comparison? Do you ever find yourself comparing? You know how they say when men get sick, they be like big babies, right?
Girl, the biggest babies.
They be like big babies. So it's like they get a cold and it's like COVID. Like before there was a COVID, they would have full out.
They had COVID. They had a runny nose. They had COVID.
Listen, it wasn't even a whole runny nose. Like you had one stuffy nostril and it was COVID. I can't breathe.
Oh my God, I can't breathe.
Let me see. Yes, that's facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Whole facts. I almost gave you another applause, but I don't want to be loose with my applause.
We don't want to get your head too big. You might float away.
Oh man, but yeah,
Tech Dog gets one applause per episode.
But yeah, when it comes to dealing with emotions, feelings, events, pain, you know, do you ever find that could stir up conflict? Because I have definitely experienced where that stirs up conflict, where it's like, okay, I'm so tired. Well, okay, I'm tired. I just worked 15 hours and all of this and that and third has just happened. I'm like, okay, that does not make me less tired.
Oh yeah, like the whole, like if I say something and then you try to say like you was worse off.
Right, like, okay, so imagine you say, all right, so today I was trying. So y'all, we went live today when we got ready for the show. We were live in various places individually doing our makeup, right? So Kia got on live. She had a hiccup. She got off. She got back on and she did her makeup. Boom. I got on live, had a hiccup, got back on live, had a hiccup. She was done with her makeup by the time I had by the time I had concealed one eyebrow. She was done. She was getting off her live. She was done, right? Me, on the other hand, I was struggling. So imagine if Kia comes to me and she's like, girl, I had a hard time getting on live today. And then I say, you had a hard time. I got kicked off 4 times, right? Basically discrediting the hard time that she had getting on live.
Like my hard time wasn't valid.
Right. And so, I like that, Kimberly. So yeah, it's like, the thing is, have you ever run into that? I would say that is definitely something that I've run into. Where it's like, I'll have, this is my issue, but then your issue. And I feel like I might have done it once or twice myself, you know, to him at least, you know, but where I might say, well, I did blah, 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 blah. Like, you're not understanding, but that's not the problem. The issue is we're not understanding that we both just had a hard time.
We both tired, doggone it.
Like, we both just went through it, right? We both.
I think for me, we probably had those type conflicts earlier on in our marriage. Like now, it's like, man, I got a headache, I'm tired, and it's like he'd be like, yeah, me too, and it's like, all right, let's go sleep, and that's it. And like, we're gonna have a solution for all of this. Good night. Let's watch a movie. Let's cuddle until we fall asleep halfway through this movie.
Right, girl, halfway. Lucky if you make it halfway.
Yeah. So I do feel like we've grown from that, but I do remember feeling like, well, dog, I told you that I was having a bad day, and instead of you like consoling me for my bad day, you tell me about how bad your day was. Now I'm doubly sad. I feel like we're both losing.
Oh man.
Oh yes, it's one in the making, Tech Dog. It's one in the making.
Yeah.
The men's edition.
Oh, you never too late. Never too late, Sharita. Never too late.
Welcome, Sharita.
So all we've talked about so
Posted
far
by our husbands. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh Lord. They in the chat cutting up, y'all.
They are so cutting up.
They cutting up, y'all. Listen, since all that activity has happened over there at YouTube, and I'm seeing some Facebook sprinkled out throughout here. So if you're viewing us on Facebook, go ahead and hit that like, give us a thumbs up, throw a heart up the screen. Go ahead and get that thing active for us one time for the one time,
Mm-hmm.
okay? If you're viewing us over on YouTube, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Comment down below and make sure you share this. Turn on your notifications as well as subscribe if you have not already, because there is going to come a time where you can no longer comment unless you are subscribed to the Melanin
Mm-hmm.
Mindset. So you
Make
are
sure
going
you
to want to make
subscribe.
sure you subscribe right now while we're trying to build. That way we are able to get as many in as possible and engage as much as possible when we talk. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was just YouTube and that was Facebook, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
follow us on Twitter and Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ as well as TikTok, the Melanin Mindset. So
Mm-hmm.
back to our regularly scheduled program. It could just be relating to your bad day. Maybe I need to talk to somebody too. That sounds a little personal.
You know what
But
though?
yeah,
I did have to realize that at some point, that sometime I think I realized that one time sitting in a group of men, listening to them talk and them each doing this. Like, man, I had this girl, she was crazy, she was da. Nah, man, let me tell you about my ex-wife. And it was like, are y'all trying to compete to see which one of y'all had the craziest
like
girl?
who had
So
the worst
maybe
relationship, right?
maybe Tech Dog got something there. We need to have some men on here so we can get their perspective. Because for us, it's like, if I'm telling you I'm hurting, I don't want to hear about you hurting. I want you to hug me and tell me it's gonna be okay.
Period. And that's the end of the conversation. That is the end of the conversation. Like, I really just want you to be my living, breathing teddy bear right now. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
Not you,
I
not
know
you
you got
telling me that
feelings.
you hurting too. Cause
Listen, one of us
now
gotta be
we got,
strong.
cause
I want
now
to
we
be
both
weak
gotta go
right
find
now.
somebody to give us a hug. Cause
Listen, the thing is, I want to be vulnerable right now. I want to be weak. Okay, I
Mhm.
want to be fragile. I want to be dainty. You know what I'm saying? I just want to melt, and I get it. You know, you
Exactly.
can relate to me right now. You know, by absorbing all of me that's melting right now. Just,
Mhm.
but no, I get where he's coming from, though. That's true. We do need to acknowledge that they may be having a bad day or they may be going through things and stuff like that as well. But it's almost like, even just like where they're seeing it as, I'm just trying to connect to what you just went through.
Yeah.
It's like we have to be able to take our blinders off to understand that's how they're thinking. But likewise, you got to take your blinders off so that you can, he called me selfish, so that you could
Mhm.
just be absorbed and melt and, you know, all that good stuff too. So
Yeah.
it's like a give and take. It's tug of war. That's why it's conflict. That's what makes it conflict. So it's like,
I want to address what Tech Dog over here just said. So when do y'all come and ask if we're okay? We do. Y'all say I'm
every time.
fine.
Every time.
Y'all say I'm fine.
Every single
Until we
time.
say something's wrong with us is when we get the true feelings of you. Most of the time, I'm like, babe, how was your day? Are you okay? It is what it is.
It
It
was
was
not good.
work. It's fine. But then if I come out and be like, man, I had this client today, she was da 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 da, then I get the stories of what really happened during your day. And I'm like, but did you listen
Oh
to me?
man, did you know? Oh man, did you know that so and so came up against him and such happened to him and all of that?
What
Right
the
when you get ready to
world?
start telling what's going on. So let's see. Sharita
Mm-hmm.
says, "I feel this. I hate it when I try to when I try to tell my husband and he turns around and makes it about him. Listen, I have those moments where I feel like I'm just about to die. You hear me when that
Mm-hmm.
happens." But no, in a resolution though, we're talking about solving conflict, right? Communicating through
We're
it.
sorry.
So, however comical the issue may be, a way that you can work around it is by simply taking a moment to be empathetic. And I wish I had the definition for empathy already
Mm-hmm.
queued up. I feel like we have it somewhere queued up already, but
Mm-hmm.
no.
I'll get it. Keep talking.
All right, so empathy is literally you just putting yourself in the position of the other person or the other party involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, instead of me accepting the fact that, or me having to express the fact that I'm having an issue too, let me pause real quick and put myself in their shoes. Now, once I've addressed their needs, they can then put their, because they're the ones who spoke out. So whether it's
Yes.
your husband that came and said something or you came and said something to your husband, if Your husband is the one who came and started to voice the issue. It's his turn because he just came. You never went. Why didn't you go? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So since he came, then go ahead and allow him to get it off his chest. Connect with him. You know you falling apart inside, but let him finish. Put him back together, and then you go ahead and let him put you back together. Because if y'all both broke up, you can't. Nobody can fix each other.
Yeah.
So make sure that you put yourself in their shoes. Thank you, friend. The ability to understand and share feelings of another. So basically, I'm just trying to relate to you.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And also too, I feel like maybe, and it's not to say like it's only the woman's responsibility to go ahead and listen to the man. The issue is that, especially based off of what we both saying from our experiences, is that the man doesn't see it like they're like, I need to talk to somebody too. And since we've already established that the only time they're going to come up with it is when you come up with yours, I guess we just need to be a little more open to listen at that time, because they're not going to just come up on their own and say, well, I'm having a rough time.
So I think what Tech was trying to tell us is just open the door.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. We opening the door.
So I'm
Or
I,
maybe
I'm
we should open the door and say we got a problem when we don't have one, just so they can open it up and we don't feel no type of way about us, about them trying to one up us.
I
So
hate you.
we should just say something like, "Oh man, my stomach was hurting today," even though it didn't. And then they'll open up, and then we can have a time where they could be vulnerable because they're gonna come up with something.
Yeah. Girl, listen. Don't let him mess around and have a paper cut and you almost lost your left arm. You
Okay.
almost lost your left
Okay.
arm. But
Okay.
babe, I got a paper
But
cut.
this paper
Do
cut
you see
burning.
a paper cut though? Oh, Linda. Linda said the ability to understand and share feelings of another. Oh, thank you, Linda. I
Mhm.
think she was helping me when I was looking
Oh
for.
yeah, she got the
Um,
definition for you. That's empathy.
thank you so much, Linda. Thank you.
Mhm. Mhm. What about oh no, you talked about that one. This one is about punishing, like punishing your spouse for their wrongdoings. Let's talk about the silent treatment. Like, do you
Yes.
ever give or get the silent treatment from your spouse?
Yeah. I used to. I used to. I can't say that I honestly get it a ton anymore, but I used
Mm.
to
You used to get or give?
get.
Okay. You don't think you've ever given the silent treatment?
I've probably given the step away 2 steps real quick before I say something I shouldn't.
You've given me the
Treatment.
silent treatment.
Okay, listen. All right, let's clear that up. Let's clear this up before we get over to the spouse part, the hashtag married edition portion of this dilemma. All right. So y'all, if you know my friend outside of the melanin mindset, then you know that she is a rather vocal individual. All right. Out of the two, I am probably the more subdued personality. Now, granted,
All
I
right.
I can act a nut.
Okay. Y'all know her.
Listen, I can act a whole fool. I can act a whole fool when the two of us come together. It's almost like a catalyst situation. Catalyst situation. And so,
Mm.
but either who, I'm the more subdued personality. However, when you look at someone being versus non-emotional, emotional versus non-emotional, it's just like it appears like the silent treatment because something will be said, and if something's said and I'm not cool with it, instead of me saying back the first thing that I would come out of my mouth, because I sincerely care about
Mm.
someone who has emotions, if I were to say it when I'm getting ready to say, I just shut up.
Funny thing about it is I don't have emotions. I only have emotions with people I care about. Like
And I'm aware.
most people who know me would say that I have no feelings. But when
See,
it comes to my spouse and my best friend and my kids and my mom and my siblings, there's a lot of emotions that can surface. But most people would tell you I have no feelings. Actually, my kids might tell you I have no feelings.
oh no. Listen, so I've been guilty. I've been guilty of because it's like the more I'm sitting here talking about it, I guess I'm more guilty of the let me be cautious about what I'm about to say treatment, as opposed to direct silent treatment. Like, I'm not going to just give straight up, I'm not talking to you for the rest of your life type vibes. I'm not doing that. And I can't really say that my husband um, has done that directly. Like, he'll have where he'll just be like, or he says stuff like, "Oh, and I'll never do it again." But it's like, really? So you just not gonna breathe no more? Like, you just done breathing forever? You know what I mean? Like that. Like, okay. So more of that than a direct silence.
So I believe this is Jimmy's way of saying his silent treatment. He just trying to find out the right words to say. And see, I know that about my husband. So I know when the silent treatment happens, I just let it ride. I actually enjoy it for quite a bit of time. So I'll be over there doing my thing, like, his feelings. All right, when he get out of it, we'll talk.
But see, too, you got to keep in mind that in some situations, Linda, I don't like the silent treatment either, because I am not excessively talky. I can sit and talk to Kia all day, but when it comes to like other people, and I might even sit and talk to my husband quite a bit, but when it comes to other people, like, I'm not the talker in the group. You get what I'm saying? So, but the thing is that the people who I am, close or tight with, I talk. You know what I mean? So if they were to give me the silent treatment, that does me more harm than good. So to a personality like that, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's almost like a form of, and I know it's going to sound extreme, and we got the definition over here too. It's a form of punishment. So it's like, I'm punishing you by withholding this connection that you crave. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I will deprive you of something I know that you need for right now. So go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
I think it all comes down to, like, how they say opposites attract. And usually the people that you're friends with or the people that you end up dating has an opposite way of communicating. I don't, for whatever reason, it's so weird. But sometimes that person who gives the silent treatment needs the silent treatment for the reason that you said. Like, I don't want to say anything that's gonna be too harsh. And then vice versa, that person who want to yip and keep talking sometimes needs to be quiet, because sometimes they be talking too doggone much and you need to really hear what you're saying too. So sometimes that silent treatment will allow that talkative person to hear their self echoing and realize how stupid they sound. Sometimes it's valid, but a lot of times, most of the times when you get mad because the other person ain't talking, your reason ain't 100% valid either. Because if it was, that person wouldn't have had felt the need to go into the silent treatment at the time.
I'm so done. So how do we get through this conflict, friends? So I put this comment on the screen because it made me laugh. My silent treatment means give me a minute to like you again. I'm upset.
Yes, that's what it always means. It always means, like, right now, I don't F with you.
At all.
At all. So
it's like,
give me a minute.
Let's bring out the resolution though. So a resolution to that would be what, friend?
If you're the more vocal person, you have to respect the more quiet person's boundaries. And it's great to establish said boundaries when there's not a conflict. A lot of times we try to fix conflict during a conflict. These are things that need to be established while we're in good terms. And then when the conflict arises, it's something that we can go back and think like, all right, we said, I'm gonna give you a minute, just like we talked about. Because it just gives that talkative person, me, that emotional loud person, something to say, because I gotta say something. I'm like, all right, we said I'm gonna give you a few hours, so I'm gonna give you a few hours. But we're gonna finish this conversation and I'm gonna leave it alone.
I hate you.
So
oh my God.
In the beginning, during a time when there wasn't conflict, then now when there is conflict, I have to remember you, because you need your space. You need your time to be quiet for a minute.
Valid. So true. All right, so we're at that point in the show where we broadcast our commercial. Y'all, we have a whole commercial out here, okay? We are brand ambassadors for Dianu, and I mean, the clothes are dope. We really got to do a video, friend, where we try on the different outfits and show it to the people. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and run the commercial, and we'll be right back after this. Hang with us for about 30 seconds. Thank you. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a Black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Thank you so much for hanging with us through that commercial break. Give it up for the people. Thank you so much for the people. All right, so yes, we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. They are a Black-owned apparel company, women design clothing made for all of us, okay?
Mhm.
And I mean, they've got everything from casual all the way to formal attire. And then they got something for the people in the middle. It's called like athleisure or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you use promo code Melanin Mindset at checkout, you'll save 15% off your entire purchase, clearance included. And yes, y'all, for those who are functioning on a budget, remember the whole budget episode we did? That was cool. Afterpay, you know what I'm saying? They take Afterpay, they take Zip, so break it up and spread the love. So when we went to break, we got a question here. What are your viewpoints on married couples that have separate bank accounts and credit cards? So Jordana, that is an amazing question. Can I encourage her real quick? Come and view us on April the 25th, I believe it is. April the 25th. We're actually going to do a full episode dedicated to that topic. So April 25th, we'll be talking about, April 25th, we'll be talking about balancing relationship and finances. And we're actually going to have a finance expert come back to be with us on that day. So Jordana, that's a really good one. I've got some strong viewpoints about that.
I feel like because she asked it now, I'm going to just give you my quick answer.
Yeah, give it for it.
I think married couples should have a joint account, and then each should have a separate account. And that's just for that mad money, as the guys was over here talking about, so that your things that you decide to pay with your mad money doesn't fall into our household things. And that's just my viewpoint on that.
Yeah, that's little. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that was a good answer.
But back to punishments.
The fact that Sharita said that she's so Kia right now, and before we went to break, you was being reckless vocally.
I was.
Absolutely. Yes.
Me? Be reckless? Never.
The more vocal person. It would be like, all right, I said I'm going to give you an hour.
All right. We talked about it, so I guess you need your little hour to calm down. So what about this is something that I feel like a lot of women do that I don't know, I have mixed feelings about, but holding out on the segs, because you might.
I love that you said the segs.
The segs, holding out on the segs.
All right, so if there's any wives out there viewing right now and you are guilty, go on and just say I in the chat. That's all right.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there on Front Street. You know you're guilty. I'm going to just say this, and then I'm going to let you say what you got to say, because I don't know where you're going with that comment. Because you're not talking to me. Because I'm just saying that concept I can't rationalize. I don't have any advice for the people either, because I feel as though now you're punishing yourself, and I don't believe in self-harm.
So clink lockdown. You ain't locked down nothing. I seen how many kids you got.
Listen, thank you, Ori. Listen, look at what Ori said.
So either you ain't locking down, or either y'all just don't argue.
But no, look at what Ori said though. I'm guilty, and it only pissed me off. I'm not pissing myself off. No, exactly. I'm not. I'm sorry. That's not something I'm going to withhold, no matter how bad the argument may have been. I'm not withholding.
Okay, so I will. I'm with y'all. I'm not down with that. But because I have interacted with many women and many people, I do know that some people, they can't. Like, if I'm upset with you, that's just not happening. And I think that goes back to what we said about before, establishing things beforehand. And another thing is, like, women tend to be more emotional when it comes to that. The average women, these four women right here that just made a comment, I know us, and we don't fall into that mold. But most women are more emotional. They need more of an emotional connection before you get the cat. So if it's not emotionally
That random
there,
sound effect.
the cat is not participating. So for that reason is why most conflict does need to be resolved before that happens.
So
Now,
you're gonna have to give advice to that point when you get there.
what you
I
mean?
cannot. I say, when we talk about resolving it, you're gonna have to talk
That's
to
what
me.
I'm saying. So the resolution would be to resolve your conflict
Oh,
before you get too hot and heavy, before you realize your conflict done left you dry. Until you realize your conflict done left you high and dry, I'm gonna need y'all to resolve it ahead of time, because we can't have. I had a friend that this happened to. Friend, if you listening, you know I'm talking about you. Where her husband, when I say was mad, like going back and forth, mad to the point where I don't know if he slept away from home tonight. Like it was bad. But then you come home and think you're about to get some punani. No, are you crazy? So it's like, if we got in a fight to that level, like where you don't come home and then you just come home and we never resolve the issue, but you think I'm Jasmine Sullivan and I'm about to sit on it. No, I'm not. You gotta wait until that conflict has been resolved.
solve the problems first.
Yes.
Solve the problems first. Now,
Yeah.
if it was something like that went down, I wouldn't consider it withholding anything. That's the thing. Like, if you feel like you really have the cojones, and that's the way I'm gonna say it, to go out, sleep away from the house, and then you're gonna come home. No. Like, I'm not withholding anything, bro. I'm protecting myself. I don't know where you been.
Well, he didn't sleep out like that. It was like, we mad, you at your brother's house because of the fight got that to that level or
have
whatever.
we validated that that's where he went?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna validate. We're gonna take out. It was no infidelity in this whatever.
Okay.
But the argument in the fight might have gotten physical. So that was the reason why they had to leave the house.
Ori is wilding in the chat.
Yes, and you want to get mad, and I'm there with you. I know how that go, Ori. Like, dog, you don't even know this good that you was about to get. You want to act stupid.
I can't. Let's see what's the next one. What about changes as they age? Changes. So I'll start out on that one. So when my husband and I first met, and we were just dating, right? His thing was always a fresh haircut. Like, he always had a fade. Like, my husband, I'm sorry, but that was probably one of like the sexiest things about him to me.
Girl, if y'all don't know him, he got some good hair too.
Listen, his stuff, sharp, lined up. There was a phase he went through, prior to us getting real serious, where he was getting all these designs in his head, but that changed. Thank the Lord. God works. He works. And but it's just it's like the cut, like, he would just always be super crisp and nice, tight, fade, blowout, whatever. I started cutting his hair, and it used to be like the highlight of everything. Like, because I used to love to watch I used to unwrap the package. Like, I'm literally the one up here unwrapping the package. Like, oh my gosh, he would be so fun. And so, but as he got older, he has now decided to grow hair. Now, I can't see him any other way. That's the thing. I can't see him any other way present day. But it was an adjustment period. You get what I'm saying? He went from having like a little mini fro. I had got used to the little mini fro, and then we would moisturize it. It would be cute. And I was used to that. But then he wanted me to braid it. And y'all know we do hair. So, yeah. So then when he decided he wanted it braided, then I was just kind of like, ooh, I was kind of on the fence about it. But then eventually I started braiding it. And now I've just grown to love his hair. Like, I mean, I love his hair. His hair is gorgeous hair. And I braid it and style it. Now, I might not always braid it exactly how he wanted it braided. I braid it how I want to look at it. But I do his hair, but I can't picture him any other way. What about the women out there whose husband evolves or starts to change as he ages, which is a thing, just like we change, they change.
We change too.
But yeah, like, what do we say to the women out there that are just like, oh, my husband trying to grow hair, now he done lost his mind, now he growing hair, you know, or my husband decided to grow.
I feel attacked.
You feel attacked?
I feel a little attacked.
Really?
Because we know how I feel about my husband growing out his hair, how I started off feeling about this. I was not feeling that crap at all.
Okay, so, well, talk to yourself, friend. What do you say to you?
So listen, so let me, story time. My husband and I have been together. April 27th will be 27 years. So it will be 20 years. So needless to say, we have gone through a lot of personality changes, style changes, so on and so forth. So if y'all know me, y'all know I switch my hair all the time. Like, my hair look like this, and an hour later I will put on another wig and be a whole nother person. My husband has never had a problem with that. Like, he's always been, I've always asked him too. I always ask him, like, babe, is there a certain way you like me to wear my hair? And he's always told me, like, no. Now, whether he's telling me that because he knows I have a problem and I like to change my hair every 3 days, maybe that's why he's accommodating me liking that. But myself, he knows that I love a fresh cut, clean cut man. I love low brush, fade, edge. Love it. Well, one day I'm shampooing my husband's hair, and I noticed it was getting a little thin at the top. Not even like, first of all, let me explain how thick his hair is. He, like, you know, the carpet that be in apartments, like, it's that dense. That's how dense. I'm just talking about the density. That's how much hair he has. You're not seeing no scalp through his hair. So if I get to a point where I see scalp, I'm like, wow, this looks like it's thinning. It's not really, but it is like that, right?
By comparison, we get
my husband ain't stopped growing his hair since I said that. So now we are in the phase of locks. If I had to put in order men's styles that I like from favorite to least favorite, locks would be very close to the bottom.
Friend, hold up. I'm gonna let you finish. But do you know that that's what you and your friend have in common? When I say he does not like natural hair. He prefers.
It's not that I don't like natural. I love natural hair.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, how you don't like the locks. Yeah. Like, that's not his thing. Like, the locks are not his thing either. So the fact that I ended up locking my hair and locks ain't his thing. Your husband don't like his hair and locks ain't your thing.
And so now, now I'm at a point where, and I think and this is the part that probably made me like it even less, is because he kept trying to get me to do it. I'm a hairdresser, y'all, but I don't do locks. And then he kept asking me to do it, and I'm like, I don't like them, and I don't do them. So it was a buildup of frustration there. Now, current day, let's fast forward. Current day, I really appreciate the journey he's going on with his locks. I like them. I love them yet. I like them. I see the beauty in them. They are growing on me. And I think more so I like watching him go through the journey of liking his hair, seeing whether he likes it better twisted or interlocked. When it gets puffed, like if I look over at him, he's just in his hair feeling it. And I think I get kicks out of that because I'm a hairdresser. So I've learned to love the journey that he's on more so than the fact that he got locks right now. It's a little... Yeah, so I've learned to love and address. And also, even in my necessarily dislike for locks, I never said don't do it. I never said like don't grow your hair, because that's his journey. As much as we are married, I still, if that's the journey he wants to go on, and it's not causing us any harm in our relationship, in our family, in our health, and our wealth, what the heck? Go ahead, do it.
Yep.
Another thing is, my husband, I have been spoiled my entire relationship. Like,
Bet.
if I want it, I got it. Like, that was me. I don't know. These last 5 years, I've been getting some no's up in there, and I'm like, "Who are you? What do you mean no? But
Listen,
this is what I want. But what do you mean?
yeah.
Who are you? And what did you do with my husband? Don't be telling me no."
Listen, this one hit home for the both of us because we were both sitting there talking like, what is wrong with them? You
Uh-huh.
know, like, I mean, there was a phase in time where, I mean, I 9 times out of 10, I really didn't have to ask. I just had to look. And
I'm
it
so
was like,
done with this
yeah.
comment right here.
But it's just like, come on now. I saw that. But we were carrying on. Listen. But yeah, that those no's hit different when they come from them. They hit different.
Yeah.
She said,
Yeah.
I love a wild looking man. Looking, not smelling. Smell like
Yeah.
you fresh from the shower and look like you fresh from
Look
the
like you from
trunk.
the jungle. I'm so done.
Oh, I can't deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, hit the like button. Please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Ganja Poe. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you haven't already over there in YouTube as well as on Facebook. Swing some hearts up there. Give us a smiley face. We'd love to see your engagement and interaction once this live does come to a conclusion. But if you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you turn on those notification bells so that you are among the first to know when we go live on YouTube each and every week. The Melanin Mindset Live. All right. So yes, we're gonna start to turn the corner here, friend. I don't know if you
Mhm.
looked up in that corner. But
Yeah, I'm
before we
here.
do, you see the last point that I put in red. So I guess I should go first. Maybe I will.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
we are working toward a particular episode. The episode is going to be referencing natural beauty and
Mhm.
displaying such. So, with that being said, you will see us in all of us, okay? So,
Mhm.
we'll be coming on with no makeup on, y'all. So we'll be coming on the Melanin Mindset Live with no makeup on, expressing and displaying all of our natural beauty that night. And we encourage you to do the same. So gather around, go ahead, tie your hair up, get your popcorn and your snacks, and be ready to talk with us about bringing back natural beauty. Now, as we are going into that, me personally, I'm not saying that I'm not all right with what's under this makeup, but at the same
Mhm.
time, it's a few things that I know I could work on.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, I have been utilizing products by a company called Urban Skin RX. So,
Yeah.
I've been using Urban Skin RX and I have been seeing amazing results. So, if you would like to see what we're going through on TikTok, we are posting on TikTok the
Yeah, we're
products we're
sharing our
using
journey. Mhm.
as well as the journey of using the products. So I encourage you to go over to TikTok, the Melanin Mindset, and I'm going to put it on the screen while my friend tells you about the products that she is using.
Yeah, so I decided to use the Keys line. That's by Alicia Keys. And so far so good. But we both wanted to use a line that was for the melanin community and by the melanin community. So that's what we did. And it's so funny because I see how great her results are and I'm ready to jump ship. But I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna stick it out for the episode. I'm gonna stick to my line and present all of this naturalness. Um what y'all think? Should because we doing natural beauty, that mean I can't wear my wig, right?
Yep, tell her. She got to come
Mm.
with her natural hair out. I come
I
every
think y'all should.
episode with my natural hair.
Yeah, because you got some.
But you are beautiful just the way God made you, friend.
I do know that, but I definitely know I might buzz cut this and just be bald. Me and
Uh,
Tech Dog. Me and Tech Dog
oh,
got to represent up here for the bald heads.
oh no, not the jab.
No, he mentioned it. He mentioned
No,
it
not
somewhere.
the
He said I feel
jab.
attacked because I don't have hair. So I'm trying to let him know I support the no hair community.
I had to block my face because I can't with you right now. So, y'all, if you haven't already placed your pre-order, we've been receiving some orders and we appreciate you placing your order for your shirt. Just $25 sends you on your way to becoming an official Mindset family member. Friend, we never told them. We hit our 100 subscribers
We
and we never
did.
told
And
them.
we were supposed to give our followers a nickname.
Yes,
Like Beyonce got the beehive, and Nicki Minaj got the barbs. So the
period.
melanin mindset, you want to tell them, friend?
Nah, you can tell them.
So the melanin mindset, y'all ready? Do we got a drum roll on the thing?
Let me see. No, but I got
Okay.
some. There we go. Go ahead.
So our fans and followers are going to be called, y'all ready?
You
The
ready?
MFers.
So I'm sure you're wondering, what in the world do you mean you're going to call us MFers? You are mindset family members. You
Yes.
are
So this is the
mindset family
Mindset
members.
family. Mindset family. You guys are the Mindset family. Y'all are MFers.
Yes. So that is the hashtag, okay? That is the hashtag. So be sure that you hashtag MFERS. So go ahead and put that down in the chat for us right now. If you're viewing wherever you're viewing us from, put a hashtag MFERS. And I think Friend is
Mhm.
about to put it in there
I'm going
so
to
you can
start y'all
see.
off in case y'all.
Yes. He said he was about to tell us to go back, but he likes it. Yes. So for
No,
those
Ori,
who
you don't
are
get to make up your own definition. She's talking about, nope, I'm not telling people that's what it means. And then she asked if we got tank tops, friends. You know she like to be naked.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I could definitely do a special order for Ori. Ori, you have been so involved in our lives these past few weeks. How dare I not grant your request?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Period. You will get a tank top. You just tell me, inbox us, and we'll
Oh
work it
my
out.
goodness.
All right. So yes, hashtag MFers. And for those who are more discreet, I get it. We understand, but it stands for mindset
It stands
family
for
member.
Mindset Family.
Yeah, you're just the mindset family member. That's all. So to all of our amazing mindset family members, we do love you and we appreciate having you here with us each and every week. And before we go, there was I wanted to give this week's tip. Y'all, I found a good one too. Hold on, let me
Mm-hmm.
get it. Let me get it. I found a real good one. It says, whatever you are not changing, you are choosing. In other words,
Wait,
in
just say
all,
it one more time for the people in the back.
girl, whatever you are not changing, you are choosing.
Choosing.
All right. So I want y'all to keep that in your mind as you go through the rest of this week. As you go over those obstacles and run into those conflicts, we want you to apply some of those principles and keep in mind that in certain situations, and in most situations, almost every situation, really, friend, huh? You can
Mm-hmm.
make a choice to change. And if you choose not to change, you have chosen to deal with the issues you are dealing with. So remember, like we tell you every single week, be sure you protect your peace and share this with someone you care about. I am the Nappy Dreamer.
And I am Kia Blaine.
And we are done for this evening. Thank you again for tuning in and watching the Melanin Mindset, y'all. And hit that subscribe on your way out, though. Hit that subscribe on the way out, just in case you haven't already. Good night, y'all.
Good night.